He is none other than Gerald McCoy. How are you, Gerald?
Rich, what's going on, man?
It's been too long. It's been really too long.
Way too long, man. I think that's your fault, though. We gotta catch up more, man.
Okay, I'm raising my hand as if I'm alerting to the referees and the entire basketball arena. It's my foul. It's on me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now. What's happened to your team, Gerald? Last time I saw you Thursday Night Football several weeks ago, I honestly thought your season was over. You've caught fire. What's gone on there?
Yeah, well, it was actually then. You know that things changed, man. We knew that what we put out there on tape, man. You know, because the eye in the sky don't lie. You never want to put out bad tape, but we knew what we put out there on tape that night was not who we really were, and we did some soul searching. Went back to the drawing board, and I can only really speak for the defense. Defensively, the issue was our communication. We were just all not on the same page, and we found it out very quickly in the first meeting we had when we got back. Coach Smith took a step back and let the players speak, and we watched film, and he said, I'm not going to speak. The coaches are not going to speak. I'm going to put up a play. You guys call out what you see. And within the first play, we found out that guys were not on the same page. So we knew where we needed to target, and ever since then, we've had a lot of players-only meetings, and we do our own meetings so we can get on the same page with communication, and it's showing up on Sundays.
It sure is, and you're referring to the defensive coordinator, former Falcons coach Mike Smith, when you're talking about Coach Smith. But what do you mean by that? Not on the same page. I mean, put it into actual,
Yes,
terms as to what the communication problems were for you guys. What do you mean by that?
Yes, sir. So let's say you're looking at a certain play, and you see for like the DBs or the linebackers, they all have to be on the same page and in the same coverage. Well, if you see a certain route and you have to pass it off, or one linebacker is thinking, well, no, I'm supposed to stay with him, and then the DB's thinking, no, you're supposed to pass him off and I'm supposed to get him. Well, now if one guy's on this guy and then another guy's on that guy and they're not supposed to be, that means somebody's open, or there's a zone of the field that's open, and that's what was happening to us, and that's why it was so many big chunk plays, because guys were not on the same page with where they were supposed to be and what they were seeing. And once we figured out that, we were not on the same page defensively, we fixed it. And we've been speaking up a lot more on the field on Sundays and in practice. And even in meetings, guys are speaking up a lot more. And the players are doing more talking than the coaches.
And it's worked. It held Seattle just 5 points 3 weeks ago. New Orleans without a touchdown last week. Gerald McCoy here from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense on the Rich Eisen Show. And now comes Dallas. Zeke, Dak, the whole 9 yards. What are you seeing on film about Dak? Because the last few weeks he has not been the guy who we saw, light up things. Are you seeing a rookie quarterback when you're looking at him on film, Gerald?
Well, the thing about Dak is he's very poised. And he doesn't get rattled much, and you rarely ever see him get rattled at all. And he doesn't, the rookie quarterbacks, one thing they do is, and most players, veteran defensive players and coaches know, rookie quarterbacks look at the rush. They check it to see if the rush is getting close to him, and that's what causes them to make bad throws. He doesn't do that much. He's very calm, makes all the checks, he's very intelligent, and he makes all the plays necessary that's helping them win. And, this is the NFL. You're not going to be perfect all season. You're going to have some games where you're up, some games where you're down. But he's been consistent for the most part. I mean, the team is 11-2, and he's a huge part of that. So these past couple games, you can't really judge him off of that. You have to judge him for his consistency and what he has been.
And what about Zeke? What are you seeing there?
Well, Zeke, man, he's low to the ground, very fast, very powerful. And he's got the heart of a lion. What makes him him is simple things like in preseason when they played Seattle, and he went up against Cam Chancellor twice. And after the game, he made a comment, or even during the game, you could see he was trying to let the NFL know, hey, I'm here too. It doesn't matter that I'm a rookie. You have to respect me. And he's showing it week in and week out. And we have to be prepared for him, man. This year he's been the best running back in the NFL, regardless of the O-line or the plays or the schemes. when he gets an open field, man, he can make you miss. He can run you over. He can jump over you. He can do everything you need. He can catch out the backfield. He's just a very, very gifted player, man, and he's going to, put on a show for years to come. But we're going to have to do our best to slow him down on Sunday.
Yeah, I was about to say, and in that regard, Gerald McCoy, if you do tackle him for loss, you can do the eat him up thing? You can do that thing? That whole spoon feed thing? You're not going to do that?
Yeah. I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Mm-hmm. And how has Jameis changed? I mean, he just strikes me as the guy who rallies the troops, the team leader, certainly in a unique way for somebody who hasn't even played 2 full seasons in the NFL, Gerald.
Definitely. He's beyond his years, man. And he proved that when he won the Heisman. He won it as a freshman, his first year starting in college football. And not just won the Heisman, he won a national championship. So he's proven that his maturity level is beyond his years. Whatever they said was his problem coming out of college, he was a wild card or a question mark. That was just due to him being a college student. He was young, but mentally he's very, very mature. And he's got an old soul. And when he speaks to us, it's almost like he's listening to like a 10-year vet talk, because that's just the type of knowledge and, spirit he has. So when he speaks, we all listen. But what makes Jameis is he'll say something in the locker room or before a game, and then he'll go out there and back it up. And his ability to be able to do that is really was pulling guys in to be able to really hear and listen to what he's saying. And, he's been leading us. He said after the Atlanta game, I believe, he's not a loser, and we've been winning. So we just got to keep it going.
I'm wondering, one last one for you, Gerald. Against the Chiefs, beating the Chiefs in Kansas City, was there something special in that for you? Because if I'm not mistaken, the Chiefs were the ones who asked you a very interesting question at the Combine many, many years ago, Gerald.
Oh, man, yeah, they were. It was, do I wear a G-string or a jockstrap on game day? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they asked me that when I was coming out. No, it wasn't no added incentive behind that. I thought that was hilarious that they did that. But, yeah, man, that was just a good win for us on a, hard team to beat on the road. So that was just a win for us. That's funny you brought that up.
Oh, I'll never forget that, Gerald, when you dropped that on NFL Network on our live coverage. That we're like, whoa, okay, very good. Right. And if you notice, I didn't ask a follow-up question on that one. I just let that.
I appreciate that.
Hey, look, congrats on this big win streak. Enjoy the spotlight, the Sunday night spotlight, and well-deserved for your team. They flexed in. They wanted you on this spotlight, so soak it up. I look forward to chatting again soon.
Rich, you the man. I love you, man. God bless you, man. Be good.
Right back to you. That's Gerald McCoy, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, at Geraldini93.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.